Okay, sorry guys, we are back live. Sorry about that, guys. Something happened. I guess time ran out. We went over our limit, so well, I was trying to rush it, but we're back. So let's continue. Um, so something tells me that something happened at work, right? Something happened at work. Um, it was something he was worried about when it comes to work, right? That he was um, worried about. Like there's something that he had to look closely to. There was something about the money that he had to examine. Something was going on. Like maybe he got cut or there was a big change in his money. But I feel like that wasn't the problem because I feel like something got lifted off of him. That there was a big change. And last but not least, like it has something to do with authority. Something has something to do with authority. Interesting. Now this is a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius man, but this also can represent a man of authority. So something happened. Okay, so I'm gonna reread the cards so you guys can understand what I'm getting. So let's go elaborate what we got. So what he knows is there was something at work, right? And there's something that he wanted to say when it comes to work. I also get that there was some knowledge or spiritual understandings. Was he a part of a cult or something like that? I'm not sure. But there was something that he was involved in that has something to do with something he was writing, like could be a will or something like that. It's dealing with money, right? Something dealing with work. I get the outcome is I get this man of authority. Has something to do with this man of authority that was closely examining the money or some secret stuff. You see the skeleton, right? There's something dark that happened that he was worried about, or something that he had to examine dealing with money, like maybe your time was up or something like that, allegedly. But I also get that whatever this was has something to do with a cover up with the industry. I'm getting kind of like Illuminati um, stuff, real talk. I get in the past he was going through some depression. Whatever was going on was shocking, and he was already at the end of the decision. Of course, we end up knowing that he died, or there was a big transformation, and it had him tossing and turning in his sleep. But for some reason, it's connected to this man, and I think there's going to be a factor with this man, which I don't want to say. I feel he was murdered. I think there's going to be more to the story. I believe he was murdered by a man of authority. The problem was something about the weight got lifted off, but it has something to do with a birth of new emotions. Like there was a change in his work. Like I feel like they promised him something, but something happened where you know how things in the industry is happening where changes are being made. Like he probably went from being a DJ to being something else, and all of a sudden something got switched, something like that, but in a weird, sinister way. Okay. When will this come out? When will we know about this? Let's see. We will know about this within 6 days, 6 weeks, or 6 months. The truth will come out. We'll pull some more cards. I get in the past, he couldn't leave his troubles behind when it comes to what was on the table for him, desires fulfilled. And I get something about this woman who back was turned against him. I don't know who this woman was, but she's a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius woman. Her back was turned against him. I get something happened 3 months ago. There was something that happened 3 months ago in the past when it came to something dealing with karma. Like, right, there has something involving with 3 people there was something about judgment. And I think he was being very patient for money. I get there's something about a fire sign man, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries man in the past who brought him stress, brought him a lot of stress. And I get something with kind of like childlike energy or maybe sexual tendencies. Huh. I get that there was something about there was something about in the past when it came to his stardom. There was something about difficult accepting help being offered. Like there was something about some unfulfillment promises, some poor illusions, when or disagreements when it came to new beginnings for him. But it eventually left him feel down and out, right? Like he ended up being broke. Oh, did he go bankrupt? I get that there was a cover up in the past that was going to reveal itself really soon when it came to money problems. Like there was a cover up where it was coming up with his money problems or mixed emotions when it came to an offer. Something about an offer. So I feel like this is about money. And last but not least, I get the Six of Pentacles. He wasn't receiving money when it comes to this occult or whatever he was signed with. There was a cover up. So there's something about him not getting any money. And or this could be his moral compass was off. So he chose to he had 2 paths he had to take. It was either I'm getting you either die or you either do something else. Because you get the 2 horses, right? Either go this way or go that way. That's what I get. What are y'all saying in the comments? Was he gay? I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. No, I'm not getting that energy. I feel like there was some sexual things going on because I get this card right here. There was something about he was pressured from a fire sign man, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries man. He was stressed about when it comes to sex. Yes. Okay, so that's that. Let's see what the final outcome is. Remember, please like, share, and subscribe. So, hmm. Let me look at the. Did he commit? Let me see the Nine of Swords. What that means. He was tormented. There, I also get that there was anxiety. Doom and gloom, cruelty. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. He was going through something, guys. I don't believe he just ended his life. He ended, I believe he was pressured to kill himself, but I feel like it has something to do with something dealing with money, something dealing with a contract, is what I'm getting. They wanted him to do something and he chose the other way out. Like he was pressured to do something. Let me see what the final outcome is. I get the shadow side of thief. Thief. Wow. Steals money, creative ideas, affection, and other powers you think you lack. Mm. Thief. Read it again. Stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. Thief. See what the book says. Hmm. Did he try to steal something? Did he take something and he owed something he's supposed to give something back and it caught up with him? I did get the karma card. Something happened to him with karma, right? Theft. Con artist, swindler, Robin Hood. The shadow thief doesn't steal out of actual need, such as starvation, but out of perceived need. Shoplifting items one can afford to buy. Look for continuing patterns of exploiting from others, materially, intellectually, or emotionally. Mm. Something is telling me. Give me a second, guys. Something is telling me he got conned for something, and I think he knew about it. He went to go to them because something about his wife said that he left the car behind. So I think somebody probably either made him upset, did something with his money, somebody played with his contract or something, where he left to get revenge, and then when he went to go get revenge, he ended up being in a situation where he was forced to put the gun and kill himself. We don't know yet. This is allegedly, um, but that has something to do with theft. So do we know maybe he went to go steal something because he was robbed of something, but it ended up backfiring on him. You know, something like that. That's why I get thief. Okay. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. Let me ask Spirit, was he murdered? Spirit, please talk to me, talk to me. Was he murdered? I'm getting the same cards. Okay, let me show you what I'm getting. I'm getting he was murdered. Yes, there was death. There was a big transfer. He was murdered. What's crossing him was family support. There's something about family support. It was negative energy. Let me look at that upside down. Let me see. There's something that what he was standing on was vindication. He did get vindication. He was being cleared of wrongdoings in the end of merciful gossip and slander. So it has something to do with some dishonesty, some humiliate. He got humiliated. I felt like he was paranoid too. He didn't get any victory, obviously. There was something about a delay. There was something about what he knows is a waiting period. But it ended up having him toss and turn in his sleep. In his mind, there was a lot of weight on his shoulders, especially when it comes to this family, right? But it was very shocking because he passed. There was something that he was worried about time. Time will tell when this will get out. And it has something to do with a couple. It has something to do with a couple or an agreement, like an agreement that he agreed on. So what he knows is there was something about a delay when it comes to an agreement, and there was a waiting period. He was worried about it. He didn't get victory. He ended up dying. What was crossing him was his family. He was tossing and turning in his sleep. It was shocking what happened. Over some gossips that was putting a lot of weight on his shoulder. But Spirit, what was the gossip about? What really happened? I'll pull some more cards. See if I see anything. I'm getting a woman. Okay, I'm gonna read. I get that there was no renewal emotions when it comes to success. So he was leaving his troubles behind. I'm getting something about desires wasn't fulfilled, but he was going to do the unexpected, and then there was some sudden changes that happened. I believe it has something to do with this woman who was like, she was kind of like a bitch, excuse my language. This type of woman, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius woman. Within 3 months' time, end up getting karma for something about karma. I get something dealing with there was something about false hope in the past, but it was a secret. It was hidden, like his emotions was hidden, but it was going to reveal itself really, really soon when it came to legal issues or something dealing with a fair outcome, like justice, something dealing with justice. I don't know why spirit is telling me this, but I feel like he was blackmailed. Something told me something. Just I just heard the voice blackmail. He said something about blackmail. Getting I was blackmailed. That's what I'm hearing. Huh. I get in the past there was something dealing with block development that has something to do with some extremism, and it was the end of a cycle. Like he knew about it, he didn't do anything about it, and it ended up killing him. I get that has something to do with the lovers in the past.